Um, I've been blessed, dog. Yo, like my mom prays, and shout out to her for praying. So one time for my mom's, dog. Like I've got a praying mom.
Off the top rope, this shit a drum. Got me a double, that's how we start. Came in the back, we do not front. Call me a stitch, I'm in the cut. Me and the crew, keep it up front. They're putting up walls. I got a plug, cop a new bag, passing the blunt, popping some bottles, get me a cup. Off the top rope, this shit a drum. Got me a double, that's how we start. Came in the back, we do not front. Call me a stitch, I'm in the cut. Me and the crew, keep it up front.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, it's afternoon now. It's 1 o'clock. We late. We hella late. We hella late. So we got Zuko with us today, aka the Don.
Yes, sir.
Big dude, brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah, what's up? Good day, good morning, good evening. Depends on what time you're watching this. But shout out to you for being here. Get the crust out your eye. Get some coffee. Let's go.
Cool. So let's start off with what inspired you to call yourself the Don. Why do you feel like you're a Don? You're a king?
I think I've always been fascinated by the mob, like that, the Godfather,
I don't know if you can see my chair right now.
Nah,
it's kind of like the throne.
Yeah.
itself.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. You see, I've always been fascinated by that. So I just thought like that would definitely be like a persona that I wanted to take on when I rap or when I do things just in general in life. And I just felt like the Don is a good fit for myself.
Yeah. It's a good fit. So moving on to, let's go straight into your music, bro. Let's talk about your music straight. So earlier we mentioned that, artists have this kind of versatility to them, where they're singing on some and some they're going hard with the bars. You get what I'm saying? So I'd like to categorize Katarina as you're in touch with your emotional side, right?
Yeah. The story behind Katerina is actually it's interesting for me. So I was just chilling in Rez. I think it was on a Wednesday, right? And my friend is having her 21st on the Friday. But I'm like, shit, what am I gonna get for my friend for her 21st? But I'm not thinking about it too much. And one of her friends texts me and she's like, yo, like, why don't you perform at the 21st? So I think to myself, like, perform. I'm like, damn, it's gonna be a lot of white girls there, and I'm rapping. Like we know white girls, they fuck with rap music, but Wait, am I allowed to say in the interview?
No, be yourself, bro. Be yourself.
Oh yeah. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, we know they fuck with rap music, but are they gonna fuck with like the music that I'm making? So I'm like, you know what? This is actually it's a great opportunity for me to exercise my versatility and let me make a song that A, that I like, and B, that I know that, people at the specific, white girl's 21st birthday party would like. So then I just it was 2 days. It was literally 2 days. I wrote the hook, I wrote the verses, and I remember like before I performed it at the 21st, we just when you just record in J, we just recorded it for the performance. We got there. I didn't even know the lyrics. I had to have my phone out in front of me the whole time, like reading the lyrics, speech,
fresh from
like a Monday.
fresh.
I was like, shit. But yeah, it was the first time where I was like, you know what? Let me step out of my comfort zone. Let me make a song and it's actually more the music that I would like to make in the future. Like, let me make the songs that I actually want to make. Let me try my hand. And it was dope. It got a great reception. Like, by the end of the song, everybody was singing the hook where they asked for a little bit of an encore, and I was like, "That's dope. I've done that." And thank God I had Neptune State, or I call him Linda, but thank God I had Neptune State with me, and he was singing the hook, and I was like, "That's great," because the hook was an idea, and the idea is only as good as the execution. So if I went up there and I tried to sing it, it wasn't going to get the same reaction. He did a
so everything just fell into place. Everything just fell into place, per se.
Yeah, it fell into place, and I was stoked with it. And it was the first time where I was like, okay, you know what, Doug? Enough just trying to rap and prove that you got the hardest bars. Let's actually make music now. Let's make whole songs and things.
Yeah. And it was a really good delivery, I must say. Like, that song is one of my favorites on the playlist.
Yeah.
It's
Appreciate
one of my
that.
favorites. Yeah, it's all love. It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess you answered the question that I actually had in mind. Like I wanted to ask if you actually directed the song at somebody, and yeah, turns out that it's a
Oh,
21-year-old friend.
yeah. When, so if you listen to the song, and a lot of people have said this, they've said it sounds very personal. That's because it is.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned so many, you don't normally name drop like that in verses. I mentioned so many names, I mentioned so many people, and that's because those are the people that are important and close to her in her life. The first verse is just her and all her friends. I think there's a bar about a girl called Jane, that's literally her best friend. I mentioned my ex in the song and how it's a little bit awkward, but it's cool. We'll do it for we'll tolerate each other for the sake of Kat. In the second verse, I mentioned her grandfather who passed away. I know she was really tight with him.
Yeah,
so I felt
yeah.
like it was very important for me just to be like, yo, dude, like your friends will be here for you, and he'll watch from above. And yeah, and then I even tried with a little bit of singing at the end of my verse. So thank God for things like autotune, bruh. Damn.
I think when you also included that part about the grandpops passing away, that's what made people or gave people the impression that it was actually directed. It's like actually fundamental. Like you put someone at the foundation at the creation of that song. You get what I'm saying? So now let's move on to King there. That's one of the songs where you go hard. Like there, you're just spitting as a rapper, just flexing your muscles or flexing your.
Doug, as I think a very important thing I must say about King is it was like the producer Vidal. Shout out to Vidal. That guy's amazing, bro. He's a producer, he's a sound engineer. He's actually moved to LA now. He was in South Africa. He's actually from Pretoria, studied with me, but he moved to LA to pursue sound engineering and everything. He produced that beat, but there's no distinct hook, when I listened to the beat, and I was like, all right, fine, let me rap. But since he gave me that beat, I was like, you know what, Doug? Let me just go extremely hard and not think about anything. Yeah. And I tried to literally put on show everything that I can do. Metaphors, punchlines, similes. I mean, one of the guys I look up to is Lil Wayne. If you listen to the way Wayne raps and how he structures things and double entendres and everything, I was like, I'm gonna try and put as much as I can and give it my all. And dog, literally, the hook, there was a time I was like, I'm not really gonna put a hook on this. I just put a hook on it just to say, oh yeah, it's a song. But I was just like, nah, right now,
the intention
coming through. Yeah. 100%.
So you going hard on that song, was there something that you were going through emotionally that influenced you, that influenced the type of bars that you're gonna put down, or the type of story that you're gonna tell?
I think. I also haven't heard the song in a long time or thought about it. I think the thing that I was going through at the time was, and what a lot of rappers go through or artists go through on the come up is like you've got to prove yourself, like there's something that you need to prove every time you have to rap. And that's why sometimes like when a rapper that you like gets to album number 2 or number 3, a lot of people say, oh, they fell off, or they're not rapping like this, or we missed the old J. Cole or the old this. And that's because literally the guy's made it. He's got to rap from a different perspective, from a different lens. There's nothing left to prove. For me, it was like, dude, I need to prove something to people that Aware I dropped, I think the first single I dropped was Corleone, and I don't think they heard the bars. And this is my first song that's gonna go on Apple Music, so I have to make sure that they get the bars. And Aware didn't get, it was a thing for me where, and I was going through a lot just emotionally. I think, like I was going through a lot of depression and everything, and I thought to myself, I was like, dog, shit, I need to rap here. I need to rap, and I need to get it all out.
Just express yourself, because also one of the bars that you said, you cheated life, and then you are like suicide. So you were pretty much expressing yourself, just saying, okay, I'm going through a tough time, guys, but I'm still gonna go hard at the bars. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's one of my it's one of my favorite lines that what I cheated life at least 2 times. So normally people say you cheat death, you know, like
Yeah,
like you escape death, but I flipped it and I said I cheated life because I was like life is the thing you shouldn't be you should be like you escape death, but life is the thing that you should be chasing. Life is the thing that you should
yeah,
be immersed in, that should be doing. So me trying to kill myself was me like like cheating on this thing that I've been given to live and to express and
yeah,
everything. So I was like,
yeah,
I cheated life
yeah,
at least 2 times.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, Doug, and I think it was very important for me to get that out there so that people understand like that I do go through things, you know.
yeah,
Like artists do struggle. Like oh yeah, I'm spitting a
yeah,
lot of bars, but it's not like everything was fine and dandy. We're
yeah.
going through things. Yeah.
And I feel like it's important. I actually like that you mentioned it, that you found yourself in that position twice. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you're just highlighting that, you know what, hey, life is tough out here, you know. It's not just all roses, a bed of roses the whole time, you know. Even though you're someone who's talented, you can find
Yeah.
yourself struggling with things a lot, you know. And I like what you
Yeah.
did with that.
Yeah, I think something that I really have to say, and it's a conversation I was having with a friend of mine, and my friend, or he actually said it to me, and it widened my eyes. He said, we must stop pushing the notion of the struggling artist, right? So there's this sort of notion or mindset whereby like for you to be a great artist or to be you know great creatively, you have to go through some sort of emotional turmoil, and
Yeah,
that's not always the case. Like a way it happened to me, and it's happened to a lot of other artists, and maybe a lot of people think, you know, that's where we get our spark from or whatever it is.
yeah,
But for like it's okay to be okay. It's okay to not go through things and still be
yeah, to have it
brilliant, you
easy.
know, like yeah, like it's like we don't we shouldn't only push this thing of like, oh, you have to go through shit for your art to be great. You can just
Mm,
go through normal, regular, middle class life and then come out like Lil Dicky and have great rap songs too. You
mm,
know what I'm saying?
mm,
Um,
mm.
and I think it's very important for young, when I say young, I'm including myself, young people who make art to realize that and not to only see the beauty in the art when it comes from a place of pain, but also when it
Mm.
comes from a place of of you know, joy and pleasure and peace.
So you coming to this revelation of like saying, no, it doesn't have to be hard. Okay, it doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah.
And what's special about it is that you actually come from a place of pain, from a place of where people are actually gonna, because I personally feel like a lot of people, they value your work a lot more if you struggle for it. You get what I'm saying? So if there's a hard story behind you, a lot of people are gonna receive it much easier.
No,
You get what
no,
I'm saying?
I feel you. I hear what you're saying, and
That's
it's
what I'm
I
saying.
suppose it's
Which
what yeah
which would you, I'm not saying I want you to choose which you want to fall under, because I can see the fact that you can already, you know, you already acknowledge that you come from the side of pain, from the side that's more acknowledged, you know. Why do you feel like we should be, which would you prefer to be a part of if you were able to choose?
If I was able to choose,
Yeah.
the
Would
thing
you
is, I
want
know
a
what I
success story that's easy?
the thing is, I know what I know now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you kind of have a cheat code.
Yeah. Honestly speaking, I would still go through what I've been through. I would still go through the pain because it's allowed me to become a human being with a lot more empathy.
Yeah.
But having and I think like what you said, 100%. Like when you express pain or when you express something, let's call it real, right? When you express something real, people can identify with that thing. right? And that's why like a lot of artists, they get hated for a lot of shit, but then those same artists are loved for the exact same thing. So someone like, I think of Russ. I don't know if you listen to Russ. So he was here last year, and Russ gets a lot of hate for the type of rap that he makes. But I'm like, a lot of people can identify with what he's saying actually, and that's because he's expressing his real human experience. So like, again, it's that thing of like, when you express that pain, people can identify, but that's not to say if you express the kind of the non-pain, we can call it, like people won't identify. People still might identify. It's why like white kids love white rappers, because that's the shit that they can relate to. Like I'm not like I don't want to draw the lines like that, but it's true. Every time a white boy asks me to listen to a rapper, 9 times out of 10 it's a white rapper. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's okay. Like it's okay. I'll give him the time of day, but and that's why sometimes it's hard for the Black community to identify with G-Eazy. Cause nah, dude, we want to identify with either crooning and trapping or some conscious shit. Like it's either Future or Kendrick, bro. Like
yeah,
But I
get where you're coming from, bro. I get where you're coming from. So what can we talk about next? Let's talk about your friend Vidal, right? So let's start with the process of you choosing a person to feature on your song.
Okay, Vidal. Okay,
right.
The process of choosing. Okay, those are the same thing, but not the same thing. So Vidal. Firstly, it's mad. Like we went to primary school together, but I was in the same grade as his older brother, and I think he's a year or 2 years younger than me. Right.
Okay.
So I was never like, we're never friends in school ever. Really, I just knew him as that guy that went to my school. And obviously, so I live in Pretoria. I've lived there since 2001 up until now. But I went to high school in PE. I was at boarding school in PE. So I didn't really grow up in Pretoria. I grew up in PE. And then I came to Cape Town. So I didn't know him at all. I get to Cape Town and then someone tells him that I rap. And he asked me to come through and listen to some of his beats. So I come through, I'm like, all right, maybe we just, reconnecting as like old childhood friends. And I hear some of the beats and I'm like, yo, bruh, this kid only been producing for like 12 months. Well, go on here. The meeting has been upgraded. Okay. I'm like, yo, this kid has only been producing for like 12 months or something. But the beats are fire, bruh. I was like, this shit's lit, and I'm like, from that point, like, there was just a connection, and dude, like we fight, bro, like we fight, we argue on things, and he's hard-headed and I'm hard-headed, but it's from a place of like, hey, we're trying to make this shit.
It's passion, bro. You're trying to make art,
So like, so and I think he's also one of the more talented guys that I work with, because he produces, he engineers, like I said, and he's dope with, like, he's got ideas. So as much as he's still working on getting his rapping ability up, he can come through with a killer hook or like a verse that you're just like, because you said it like this, it slaps. Sometimes you don't need all the bars. Sometimes you just need the sound, But yeah. Oh, the process of picking a feature. Shit, dog. I need you to come as hard as I came on the track. If you don't come as hard,
you commit exactly when I was listening to your playlist, right? Because like I was saying, okay, we have Don, right? We have Don, and this guy is crazy with the penmanship, he's crazy with the bars. So imagine if he's gonna feature someone who's not on his level. That's why I'm asking myself, what's your process? How do you select, and how did you get to Vidal? And these are the questions that you've answered already.
Yeah, I think a big thing with Vidal, a nice thing about our relationship is that it's open. If you write, like, I think on Out the East, right? On Out the East, the verses aren't long, so I couldn't do too much on Out the East, but I tried, right? And I came with and the nice thing is we go back and forth. So he does the bridge, I do the hook. I do the first verse, he does the bridge, I do the hook, he does the second verse, and then he does the outro, right?
It's difficult to tell, man.
Yeah, so he's on the second verse, and maybe you could argue from a bars point of view that his bars aren't as hard as mine, but his sounds better than mine. And I was like, and he did so much. It's like, I've been chilling on the low, and I was like, oh shit, this slaps. And I was like, so when I say come hard, yeah, I mean bars, but I also mean like in terms of sound. If let's say you can make up for the lack of bars with, I don't know, ad-libs or some shit, then aware, dog, pull through. But don't come here and give me that lack of effort. I hate that shit. Like, I'm not, like, I don't use the word hate a lot, but a lack of effort when you're writing, especially when I've asked you to come feature on my song or something that I really dislike, I'll literally give you another chance. I'll be like, yo, dog, please go rewrite your verse. If you don't come right, dog, I'm sorry, bro. This is sport. It's competitive, bro. Like we're trying to outdo each other and other people at the same time. So dog.
I get what you're saying. So it's more like it's fine. Maybe you don't have bars, but bring whatever you're bringing to the table and give it your full effort. Exactly. I get what you're saying.
I think the perfect example, right? Or something that I've just been noticing. Look at how Kanye West uses his features. Kid Cudi will come through and hum on a track. Literally, just hums. And I'm like that's all Kanye needed from Kid Cudi. You know, and I was listening to Jesus is King, and I hear how he uses Ty Dolla $ign. I'm like, wait, he used Ty Dolla $ign in Ye too, and I'm almost pretty sure he used Ty Dolla $ign in The Life of Pablo too. I'm like, it's interesting how Kanye knows, and this is why I respect Kanye as just a student of music, is he knows the different voices and sounds, and he knows how to pick a certain thing from a certain person. So and it's such an important skill to have, because I think when you're starting out, when you're coming up, it's hard to pick from, your peers. So it's hard to be like, this person is going to sound great on this track. You kind of have to, it comes with experience. I think it's like an experience thing. Like as you go, you're like, oh shit, okay, maybe I could use Young Thug here. Maybe I could use, or rather Future. Maybe Wayne would do good. And so bring whatever you bring. If you're gonna hum the best you've ever hummed.
The best of your ability, bro.
It's dark.
The best of your ability. So now let's talk about artists who inspire you and who inspire your sound. So who do you listen to on your off days, when you need inspiration for the new song, or when you want to establish a new sound? Who do you go to? Who do you refer to? Take us through your process, bro.
Okay. My biggest inspirations, my biggest inspiration is Kanye West and Lil Wayne. Because those, so it's Kanye West and Lil Wayne from like a making music point of view, but obviously growing up, like the rappers that I love, the 50 Cent, T.I., Kanye West, Wayne, Jay-Z, those are the guys. It's one of the reasons why Swagger Like Us is one of my favorite songs. It's like the Four Horsemen. It's Jay-Z, T.I., Kanye West, and Lil Wayne. I was in heaven. I was like, wait, dog, like, so, but yeah, like I think I love the way I just love the way like Lil Wayne raps. His ability to change his voices, to put in a punchline. He never shies away from delivering those punchlines, because it's easy to be like, hey man, maybe that punchline, maybe it's a little bit whack, like let me take it out. Wayne will say it, and the first time I actually thought about Wayne's process and what he does, I think I was around 14 or 15, and it's this documentary of Lil Wayne. He's on tour or something, and and it's like a freestyle, right? It's a freestyle. Someone send him a beat, and he's rapping, and he did this. He said this. He said like Eli, I'm from New Orleans, I'm a giant in this bitch. Move the G and add an S and put the I before the N and put the A in front of that, and that's what I am till the end. That's a saint, motherfucker. Simplify it for them. I'm like, I've heard Wayne do a lot of things, but he's literally, I don't know, he's making you he's spelling a word for you using his rapping ability. And I was like, okay, it's different now. Like things are different. Like you really have to be a technician when you write these raps and you want to craft them like the likes of Lil Wayne. What I love about Kanye West is Kanye does things for the impact. He does things for the emphasis. Like he'll say some shit. Like Kanye West doesn't have to say much. He has to say what did he say? What did he say about Taylor Swift? Because I made that bitch famous. That's all he has to say, right? And because he knows he's Kanye West and who he is, he knows what kind of impact that has. He doesn't have to make it crazy. He just has to say one thing. I mean, what was that song that dropped last year with Lil Pump? You such a fucking hoe. I think it's also these are things that Kanye West can get away with. Because, like, not only is he saying them, but they sound nice. Like the beat is nice. Like everything is so bomb.
They're just good at what they do, bro, and he's good at what he does.
Dog, facts, dog. Like, so yeah, and then from that, like from those two artists, from those perspectives, I sit down and I jot, bro. I'm always looking for a great beat. It takes me so long to find beats. It's also because I'm also trying to develop a sound. So like it's one thing to find a good beat for a song. It's another thing to find a good beat for a project, right?
Yeah.
Lately I've been listening a lot this year. Actually, I've been listening to Suchi Coke Dope's album that he released at the end of last year. Anxiety, and it's brilliant. It's literally, I checked my most listened songs on Apple Music the other day. 1 to 5 is Suchi Coke Dope. 1 to 5 is Suchi Coke Dope. And the thing is, another thing is because he's a producer, so he can produce the beats so that they sound coherent with the rest of the project. So I think the longest part of my process is finding the right beat that sparks something in me. And once I find the beat, verses will come, hooks will come, and then it's the recording. And like I said earlier, ideas are only as good as their execution. So the recording process takes a very long time because it's delivery, it's this, it's energy, it's that, your voice breaks, it does that. But once you can deliver it and you can execute it, then it's great. And it's why it, like, again, like Kanye, guys like Jay-Z, guys like Lil Wayne, guys that sleep in the studio. Nicki Minaj tells the story of Wayne coming back from jail and he went straight to the studio. You know, he didn't have time to celebrate. He went straight to the studio because he had to deliver some shit. And like, it's a painstaking process, and that delivery and that dedication and that focus on the small things. Vidal knows me, and he does it with when he produces beats, but I do it when I record. Is we hear certain things and we nitpick and we say, no, this doesn't sound right. Move this there, do that, move this.
Perfectionist.
Dog, like, and the thing is, it takes so long to get one song out because you know when you're just in your head about it at a certain point, just like shit, like, you know. But I think it's a gift and a curse. That perfectionist thing is a gift and a curse. But yeah, dog, that's my process a lot of the time. Yeah.
But I feel like it's more of a gift, you know. It's more of a gift because when you listen to what you've produced, you'll be like, damn, is this me?
Yeah.
You know, you won't even believe it. Yo, is this my work, yo? Like, yeah, so moving on from that, one of my favorite verses that are from you, like I even wrote it down, and here it is. It's here. I'm here to kill all these niggas like police in the States. So we just have to incorporate it based on the gender-based violence thing that's going on. But besides that, bro, hey, Hey.
I think
I like that a lot.
yeah, I think it's always tough to say something like that because it's a touchy subject. But if you if you listen to rap and you know what rap's about, you'll
Yeah.
understand. Like I am here in this game to dominate and kill these niggas. But saying like the police in the state is giving rise to another issue now. It's like, oh shit, like can you really say this? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I like that so
Understand?
much. Just like, hey, this is crazy, bro. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So,
Doug.
how much thought did you put into making that verse, that particular one? Let's just focus on that one. How much thought did you put into it?
Which song is it? I think that's Off the Top Rope. Hey, I think Off the Top Rope as a song, I came across the beat and I was like, this is dope. The guy who produced that, his name is Cody. He's a guy from the States. You know Jungle by Nasty C. Fuck when I want to. He produced that beat. And he's actually helping produce a lot of the tracks on Zulu Man with No Power.
So,
Zulu Man with some power. Hey, dog. Hey, I go. This is why the process hurts. This is why I go on YouTube and I listen to the type beats because I don't know a lot of producers. If you know a dope producer, keep them on the line. Like I will advise this to anybody. If you know a dope producer, keep them on the line because they will send you dope beats, right? But when you don't have a plethora of producers, and you have to search on YouTube and through these other sites, and people are hitting you up on SoundCloud. Like that's why it takes so long. But once you find a dope producer, write down the name, write it down, write it fucking on a piece of paper, hold on to it, put it in a vault, and keep going back. Like there's this one guy I found on YouTube now. I'm like, yo, dog. Like I listened to one beat, I was like, this is a dope beat. Then I listened to the rest of his beats. I'm like, he's got dope beats, and it is like that. Other guys like I'll listen to one. Let me not say it's a shit beat, but it's meh. And I'm like, let me give him another chance. Let me listen to another one. Nah, it's still on the same wave. I'll give you a chance in like a year or two, dog. Like, but yeah, so like Cody, like, Off the Top Rope was produced by that guy. Shout out to that guy. And yeah, Doug, like I think the thing with that song was I was really just trying to make a song that's like a commercially viable song. I don't know if that makes sense. Like a song where like people are gonna hear it. If you want to listen to the verses, you can. If you want to listen to the hook, you can. But I don't know if I was being true to myself all the way, but I suppose I was because when I wrote the verses, they came through quickly. I didn't have to think much about it. Even when I wrote that bar, what kill these niggas like police in the States, it was just like one of those things. I was just writing and I was just going, and yeah, Doug. I do like the song.
It just rolled off the top of your head.
Yeah, Doug. Like Off the Top Rope, and it's just like one of those things. Like we all watch WWE, dog. Off the Top Rope, come on, man. like what? You're not gonna think back? Like a friend of mine was like, why don't you take some videos, some old WWE clips and make a compilation and put the song over it. I was like, hey, that's a great idea. Like once I develop those skills, I will definitely do that. But that's a lot of work for me right now. But yeah, dude. I love that song. I love the reception it's got. Shout out to everybody that's listened to it. If you haven't heard it, please go stream it. It's my birthday tomorrow, so please go stream it for my birthday. Don't send me gifts. The song, nigga. Like, so yeah, Doug.
That's dope. So based off of the songs that we've placed on the playlist, right? Which one specifically stands out for you? Like if you had to convince someone to be a fan of your music and your craft, which song would you refer them to first on our playlist?
So it's tough because I don't want them to listen to Katarina and think that's my scope. If you know what I'm saying? And I don't want the. Okay, yeah. I think that's my fear. I think the best song that I've probably made is Katarina, right? But the song that I would encourage people to listen to is Off the Top Rope. And the reason for that is because there you get a sense of like, oh, he's a rapper and it sounds good. I think another reason why I like Off the Top Rope a lot is because we worked so hard on mixing and mastering it. Buying the beat wasn't cheap. Fidel engineering it wasn't easy. We recorded the song last year this time, and the song was only released this year. He literally had to start school at the US, doing sound engineering things there, take that knowledge, then apply it to the song. And I think when the mix comes through and it comes through so clean and so nice, the production is clean, it's like a dream for the artist because you can appreciate what you listen to. I don't think a lot of listeners can pick those sort of things up, but for someone who appreciates the art, oh, this sounds good because you can hear how it is mixed. So I would say Off the Top Rope is one that I would refer them to, but Katerina is on its ass, man. Katerina is just one of those joints where I listen back and I'm like, shit, you actually recorded this. And yeah, I've got a question for you guys. Holy shit. I've got a question for you guys. So with the playlist now, I see there's Indica and Sativa now. Yeah. How are you guys curating these playlists? Is it to set a certain mood?
I'd say when an artist sends us his music, right? So what we do first is that we listen to it and we get the energy that the artist is trying to portray to us. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So what we use as a scope or a standard is how we'd react to it if we were just high, if we were just coming off smoking a joint or something like that, So we say, okay, in which environment or in which tip are we gonna get from that song? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So okay.
We feel like that using that or the energy that we derive from the song itself is the kind of energy that everybody it's a one size fits all. If you understand what I'm saying. So it's what the artist is actually presenting to us. So that's how we categorize it. But by all means, we're not saying if you listen to this song specifically meant for Sativa or it's specifically meant for Indica. It's up to you. But that's just what we got from what the artist was presenting. You get what I'm saying?
That's such a powerful thing. That's like a how can I say, a mind and art connection. So a lot of people might say it's subjective and it's a little bit narcissistic that what you feel other people are going to feel. But if you're not connected to what you're listening to in a certain way, how are other people supposed to feel that connection? And you can call it very airy fairy and big and philosophical and spiritual, but dog, your feeling is your feeling, dog. If you guys listen to the song and you get and it awakens something in you, then in a way,
So what we did was that we derived what we feel is how other people are also gonna receive the song. You get what I'm saying? We put a very personal touch to it, and you say, okay, guys, we're a community. Come on, if you feel like your art should be placed on this side or your art should be placed on that side, come on, let's communicate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I back that. That's dope.
Yeah.
And then
before we continue, I think another thing that we should sort of specify is that the way that we place the playlists, because Sativa and Indica have a certain sort of feeling to them, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be on Sativa or on Indica to sort of listen to the playlist. It's just a sort of general feel. One makes you energetic, one makes you a bit, mellow. So
it's more of a guide, really.
Yeah, than it is anything else. And it's for everybody. It's just a matter of understanding what Sativa is and what Indica is, and then from there we roll in with the punches.
I love it so much because it's such a beautiful thing. It's like when we write and we have extended metaphors. It's like you've taken this thing and it's a large metaphor, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. Exactly what you're saying, that you know, it's energetic, it's mellow. Like you keep, there's so many routes you can take this metaphor. It's so cool. I like it. My bet, like, yo, Doug, I must say, like I don't smoke weed, right? Which is mad because I have dreads. So now everyone literally expects you to yeah, Doug, right? But like the times that I have, right, dog, there was this one time where I listened to a Chance song. It was 69th and Ingleside. And it was the first time I heard it and I was high, bro. And I was like, this is the craziest experience I've ever had in my whole life. And I was like, yo, I wish in that moment everybody could have felt what I felt. Like,
exactly.
It was like a beautiful marriage of the high and the music. And
That's what it's all about. Bro. That's what it's all about. Literally, that's what it's all about. That's what we derived, and we said, okay, this one we're gonna place it on this one. This one we're gonna place it on Sativa. This one we're gonna place it on Indica. That's the same mentality we approached making those playlists.
I feel that. And then I got more questions.
Yeah, shoot.
I wanted to ask, like, are you guys trying to like make it? Are you guys trying to make HBI like a more national thing, or you trying to grow it hometown first, and then, you know, via the hometown becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger?
Yeah.
Or is it like
I feel like, you know, all things, if you're gonna be starting something new, right? If you're gonna be planting a new seed, it has to start small, right? So that would be us being in our environment, the people that we can actually communicate with as of right now. But we are more than willing to accommodate for the broader perspective. You get what I'm saying? We're more than willing to explode, because that's why I feel like we call it a community, and a community of highly baked individuals, you know, where everybody just brings their crafts and we grow together, bro. So yeah, we're willing to go international.
That's power, Doug. That's power, because like a lot of what I see, you know, like, let's take Youngster, for example, you know, Youngster CPT, Cape Town rides for him. It's ride or die here. Like this is his hood. It will always be like that. You know, we got so many great rappers coming out of Pretoria, and it's becoming this thing where, like, you know, Pitori is like, it's the thing now. It's like, you know, like we got rappers from there. And but I feel like in SA we still don't have that thing that, you know, that like Americans have with their hometown, or that people in the UK have with their hometown, where like people listen to like local radio, they watch local news, you know, like things are very local in those places. Like you can be hood famous and hood rich from Chicago, you know, from your hood, and and you be rooted in that, and there's music that circulates there until you really blow up and make it out of the country. So I was thinking, like, you know, in South Africa, do we have that culture? But it's not really that strong unless you're looking at guys who come from Durban. I feel like guys who come from Durban kind of, they click together. The Pretoria guys are seeming to click together now. So yeah, that's basically where my question stems from. Like, are you guys making it close? But I like that you're making it sort of like open and accessible to anyone, anywhere, just trying to get a platform. And like, we need each other. We definitely need
exactly,
each other,
bro. Because one thing that just came to my mind right now, where you said everybody is really local and stuff. I just thought, okay, it's not like there aren't any artists who are still starting out small in the States, you know, in Europe, you know. Imagine if you can get all of their music onto one whole platform, you know, because smoking weed is something that's done by youth, like, all over the world. Like, imagine if you had a platform that we could refer to Kaufela, and, you know, able to access so much art from different places. You know, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, Doug. I feel that. I dig it, bro. Like, what you guys doing is amazing, bro. And shout out for putting me on. Like, this is really dope. Man. This is really dope.
More than willing to have anybody with great craft on, dog. Like, it's not even limited to just music, you know. If you're an artist or if you're a person who feels like you got some kind of talent you want to
Wait, what happened?
portray, send us your stuff, we'll put you on. Highly baked individuals. It is what it is, bro.
I feel like there should be like a thing that pops up. It should have come through with the little www.highlybakedindividuals, and you know, that's it. That's
Here
it.
to the website.
Yeah. Nah, that's power, dog.
Yeah, bro. So how do you feel about the interview? I think that's it from our side, you know. I don't know if there's anything else.
Nah, it's dope. I mean, there's a song that we recorded last year. That like I'm trying something different on, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying something different. I'm using a lot of autotune in my voice, but it's dope.
Yeah.
It's called Foolish. It's me. Vidal is on the production, and I think he's on the hook. And the second verse is by a rapper called Problem. Problem is dope. He's from Jersey. He's from there. Yeah, and I think we're doing the final mix and everything, so we should start doing the promo for that soon. So look out for that. I'm getting things together. Yeah, academics have got me down, but I'm getting things together. I'm collecting beats. Yeah, hopefully I can start recording this tape soon. But I'm in tape mode, you know. I'm in tape mode, and we'll see, you know. Yeah, hopefully I can release something that the people, you know, can enjoy during this lockdown. I feel like what's nice about this lockdown is you can catch up on all the music that you've missed, because there's so much music all the time.
Yeah.
You can catch up, you can listen, and just to the people, bro, just take care of yourselves. Lockdown is hard. Take it easy. Yeah, and do what you gotta do.
Yeah, bro. Anything you'd like to say to your fans real quick? You know, besides you keeping us up to date with your music, bro, just keep send through those things that you're working on right now.
I think before you do that, there's just one more question, or from me rather, from the producers and so on. I mean, why am I saying producer? From the directors. That's what people are usually saying.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, so I've been listening to what you're saying, and like I'm thinking about, you know, my experience in Cape Town while we were there and everything for school and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering about like your relationship with privilege, you know, the color of your skin, your race, that's the same thing, your gender, I mean, you know, all of those things. How have those things influenced your trajectory in the music industry, just in general?
Damn. In the music industry, okay, let me talk about life, then I'll talk about music industry. In life, I've been blessed. I've been blessed, dog. Yo, like my mom prays, and shout out to her for praying. So one time for my mom's, dog, like I've got a praying mama. Like, I've been blessed to experience a lot of different circumstances, a lot of different things. I've been to. I went to a Model C school. You know, I grew up with the white kids. I played in rugby teams. I was also in hostel. I've got like such a I've got such a big understanding of these things and these dynamics. So I'm blessed from that perspective to be able to see all of those things and to have had experience with them. I've also been able to see like my role in that. So, you know, when it comes to my gender and my sexuality and what I identify as, I'm able to look at, you know, the things when people talk about male privilege and gender-based violence, and I can identify, and I can even pinpoint certain instances and certain moments coming from my adolescence and my childhood, where I'm able to say, actually, these are the wrong things that we were taught at the all boys school that I attended. Because remember, when it's an all boys school, it's a little bit of like an echo chamber, where like if one person has a problematic view that's widely accepted, everybody just buys into that, right? So I've been able to see that, and you know, being exposed to obviously academia and Cape Town and everything, and having, you know, all this information has helped me navigate certain spaces. And then, so, you know, when I take that knowledge and I bring it to the music industry, it's a gift. It's in that, like, I'm able to know what resonates with a certain demographic, with certain people. I'm able to know and package certain things and say certain things in a certain way. So that's how I knew, like, I wasn't gonna be able to trap out at Kat's party. I had to write Katerina because I know what these white girls like. You know,
like a positive profiling, you know what I'm saying? Kind of thing.
Yeah, like I'm using it to my advantage, type of thing. At the same time, there's times where like I sit back and I think to myself and I'm like, because you know, because of the type of person that I am and where I grew up, and I don't really rap in vernac. I mean, I could, but I don't. Like, does that handicap me in a way? I don't really have the sort of what we see a lot with South African hip hop is a little bit of like a neo Kwaito style sometimes, and I'm like, I don't have that influence. Is that a handicap? But I think it spurs me to push harder, to make people realize that we can broaden the horizons of what we consider to be hip hop in this country. I think. Yeah, I think it's really helped me from that perspective. A line that resonates with me from AKA is when he's like, who went plat without a vernac record? You know? And I'm like, shit, he's right. Because even if you think about Costa Titch now, like, Costa Titch is rapping in vernac. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it resonates with a bunch of people. You know? He's all those dances that he's doing, all the music he's doing, it resonates with certain this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's helped me see things in the music industry, you know, from that point of view and everything. So yeah, like, yeah, I must say, like, it's a journey. It's a journey. A lot of doors get shut in your face for various things. I would like, you know, there's the whole open up the industry thing. But I think your persistence will pay off. Alongside your talent, because a lot of people like to say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, but that's when talent doesn't work hard. Like, that's when talent doesn't work hard. If talent works, talent beats hard work. You know what I'm saying? Always. If talent works, talent beats hard work. So if you have the talent, the hard work, and the persistence, at some point, some door somewhere has to open. Yeah, I don't know if I answered your question, but that's the best shot that I can give.
It's enough. It's enough. But I think at this point, then it's back to Khanya, what he said about you closing off, speaking to whoever you need to, and everything like that.
Yeah, shit. I saw someone rap, do a freestyle at the end of their thing. Can I do that?
No pressure, bro. Anything you want to do. Anyway, you want to express yourself.
Let me think, bro. Shit, I haven't been writing it. The only thing I've been writing is assignments, bro. But let me try. Look, I don't really kick my feet up because there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. In case y'all ain't here, it's Don season. Game got cold, so I had to bring the heaters. I'm so ill, I just throw 16s up that way over your head just like a geezer. I'ma take it all when I leave. There ain't no prenup made, nigga, at the awards. I'm trying to clean up. No lie, I ain't even there yet. Running out of breath, but I never break a sweat. Me and VVS got a couple niggas press coming up. We in the belly of bulimics, you bitch. And I ain't even at the top of my game. I cut my wrist and I just see ice in my veins. It's partly trip, partly how I deal with the fake expensive liquors. How a nigga deal with the pain. I had to change. Nigga could remain the same in the state. A nigga ain't David Blaine. I'm real with it. Y'all gonna have to deal with it. I'm here to spit. A nigga, I ain't got a list of skill with it. I gotta pay my bills with it. Ray Lewis, where brother trying to make a hit. If money talks, I'ma hear Mandela's longest speech. If the sweet presidential, I'll get impeached. And dog, I'm a ticking time bomb. I'm about to blow like an old ass light bulb. Here to crush bones like a motherfucking python. Dawn done snap. And I ain't even got a Nikon. Then I put my Nikes on because I kill it on the track like a gel icon. I'm a dying icon. Bury me in booty. I'm a rapper turned pirate. All up in your ear like a nigga Mike Tyson. Let's go.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
But yeah,
thanks, bro.
Final word to all my fans, to everybody out there supporting me. Shout out to you guys, man. Keep streaming the music, keep showing the love. I appreciate every single message. Yeah, keep asking questions. I try and reply as quickly as I can. There's a lot of guys who ask me questions on a daily basis. I'm just here. I'm here to support you guys as much as you're here to support me. I do it through the music. You can do it however way you want to do it. But thank you so much for showing love to Off the Top Rope. Keep streaming it. Stay safe. And yeah, keep fighting. Shit, keep fighting the racism, the gender-based violence. Keep fighting, man. Don't tire. Do not tire.
That's it, brother. That's it.
All right, thank you guys.
I split blood for scan, gassed up with propane. And when it's all said and done, I swear, dog, you gon' call me the king. Show you how I do my thing. Wait, hold up, click, click, bang. I take shots to the face, and I swear, dog, they gon' call me the king. I split blood for scan, gassed up with propane. And when it's all said and done, I swear, dog, you gon' call me the king. Show you how I do my thing. Wait, hold up, click, click, bang. I take shots to the face, and I swear, dog, they gon' call me the king. Yeah, I swear, dog, you gon' call me the king. Said I swear, dog, you gon' call me the king. Yeah, alright. Fuck these verses, man, I'm writing scriptures. My life turned into a motion picture. I'm drinking like I got an extra liver. My demons think I need an exorcism.
We have to start with the intro.
What?